Shalom. Shalom, everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week, fantastic day. Today is another prophecy, and I received this a few days ago. And this prophecy is it's called horrors because those that are going to experience these things are going to feel horror. And prophecy, just as in scripture, is not necessarily um, positivity all the time, but we will esteem Yahuah for his word regardless of what it is. And that's the point of prophecy, that when it happens, we are strengthened because Yahuah brought forth his word, and later on it happened. It's literally just to esteem Yahuah. I posted a prophecy about famine, and I've been talking about economic hardship in Canada, which is we're starting to slowly feel that now. And I talked about famine and how the time of famine is coming. And I was happy. After I received that prophecy, I was happy. I was giving Yahuah esteem, but I understood that people that watched it did not feel that joy, and I don't mean joy pertaining to what's going to happen necessarily, but prophecy is supposed to uplift us, even though a lot of the time it is not positive things that the prophet is to proclaim. But prophecy is actually supposed to uplift us. Though most of my prophecy is not anything happy and makes you want to do cartwheels and backflips, I am happy because Yahuah will be esteemed. So I'm just saying this because I want us to have the right heart. I want us to have the right stature when we are hearing the word of Yahuah, regardless of what it is. It is very unfortunate that these things have to happen to people. But again, these are things that even Yahuah was telling Isaiah what he's going to do to the earth, and how he's going to destroy the other nations, and men of the earth will be burned and a few will be left. That's what he told Isaiah. So we're in the time now where there's us who are serving Yahuah, and we're being led by a course. And then there's everybody else in the world that's unfortunately being led by their course because they want to live in the delusion of this earth. They're okay with going to work. They're okay with, despite the fact that they understand that there's something off about the world. They know that the government lies to them. They know that life is not necessarily fair, but they don't dig beyond that. They're okay with the limited understanding that they have, and because they don't care and they also delight in wickedness, this is why these things are going to happen to them. We're at a point now where Yahuah is spraying. I don't want to say spraying because it's not that gentle. Yahuah is now releasing, like an arrow, his wrath, poof, 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 to different areas of the earth. And it's going to look different depending on the city or country or state or province that you live in. Not all the judgments will be the same. I just want to let you guys know that, because each place is being judged for different things. So the judgment is different, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that today, but we will get into the prophecy. So the first the first word is for West Virginia. And I looked up West Virginia because I'm not American. I'm not familiar with the geography, you could say, of America. I'm not familiar of every single state and the name that they have. So I had to look up what West Virginia was. I thought that West Virginia was actually a city, but it's actually a state. And West Virginia will have avalanche. Avalanches will be released to West Virginia state. Okay, we know that America is very wicked. I don't really think I need to explain why this is happening in America. America is very wicked. America, this whole earth is wicked, but America is very wicked. And Yahuah is bringing his wrath upon the wicked. So West Virginia, those who are residing in West Virginia, there's going to be avalanches in this state. Next was New Hampshire, Delaware. When I first got this, all I heard was New Hampshire, Delaware. So I thought that maybe, okay, this is a city. But then when I actually looked up, I realized that these are two separate different states. So there's a state called New Hampshire, and there's also another state called Delaware. And these states have mountain surroundings, meaning there's, I think they are, in fact, not I think, but in fact, they are one of the states that actually have a very large amount of mountains. Okay, and due to this fact that they also have volcanoes, if you guys actually look it up yourselves, if you guys want to, there has been volcanic eruptions in New Hampshire previously. Okay, not within the last 100 years or anything like that, but if we go back in history, there has been volcanic eruptions in New Hampshire area. So they actually do have volcanoes. I don't know if this is part of the curriculum for Americans in their schools, but there is in fact volcanoes in that area, as well as Delaware. So these two states, New Hampshire and Delaware, will have volcanic eruptions. These two states are going to have volcanic eruptions. Again, these two states are in America. I don't need to explain why. Maybe in the future I will, but for this video, I feel like it's very evident as to why Yahuah is bringing his wrath on such a wicked place like America. Such a filthy place. This whole earth is filthy, but America is so dirty. So dirty. I wonder what this earth looks like spiritually. Like, if we saw what the earth looked like spiritually, we probably would throw up for days and days and days, and probably would not be able to get out of bed if we saw what the world looked like from a spiritual, from how Yahusha sees it, how Yahuah sees it. It probably looks absolutely disgusting, sick. Ugh. So we're going to read the book of Isaiah. We're going to read Isaiah 34, okay? Come near, you Gentiles, to hear, and listen, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is in it, the world and all its offsprings. For the displeasure of Yahuah is against all the Gentiles, and his wrath against all their divisions. He shall put them under the ban. He shall give them over to the slaughter. Their slain shall be thrown out, and their stench rise from their corpses. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of the heavens shall rot away, and the heavens shall be rolled up like a scroll, and all their host fade like a leaf fading on the vine, and like the fading one of a fig tree. And then he starts to talk about Edom and the punishment of Edom. But anyways, the book of Isaiah is very interesting because Yahuah is strategically telling Isaiah about his people, of what his people have done. He's talking about their punishment, but he's also talking about how he's going to bring them back. And then at the same time, he's also telling Isaiah about our times. He's also telling Isaiah about our times and what he's going to do in our times. Like I said earlier, I think it's the 20-something chapter of Isaiah, maybe the 24th or 25th chapter. But he's talking about how the people of the earth will be burned and only a few men will be left, which is what? Judgment Day. The path is very narrow. The path is very narrow and only a few will find it. It's literally the same thing throughout the whole Bible. The same thing throughout the whole Bible. But anyways, this is what I love about this specifically. The way Yahuah talks to Isaiah is very strategic. But anyways, we just read here about how his displeasure is for the Gentiles and how their blood will be melted. The mountain shall be melted with their blood. And I'm just reading here about the prophecy about the mountains. How can we not praise Yahuah? How can Yahuah not be esteemed when he is giving forth his word? It's in here. Everything is in this beautiful word. Anyways, so as I said, New Hampshire and Delaware, they're going to get volcanic eruptions. And yeah, the mountain shall be melted with their blood, unfortunately. I know it's very vulgar, but this is the word of Yahuah. Okay? Toronto. For those who don't know where Toronto is in Canada. They have a very high tower called the CN Tower, and it will be utterly destroyed, Yahushua says. Utterly. Not destroyed, but utterly destroyed. Okay? The city will be flooded waters. And Toronto, in fact, I'll actually put in a clip. Toronto, in fact, has been having flooding issues for a while. And it made me understand that when Yahuah is about to bring judgment on an area, he actually tells them. He will tell the people. He will warn the people, and not by the way he speaks to us, his children, necessarily. Maybe in dreams. I'm sure some get dreams about this, but he's warning them because Toronto has had issues before where there has been flooding, but not to the degree that it's coming. Yahuah is warning them. He's been telling them, you see, these floods are going to come more intensely, more fierce. I will bring this upon Toronto.
Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with a torrential rainstorm that hit Canada's biggest city. The intense storm dumped so much rain on Toronto so quickly, highways and streets turned into rivers, trapping some drivers, snarling public transit, and knocking out power to multiple neighborhoods, including Toronto's downtown core. This was Union Station, a key transportation hub. Stairs became waterfalls and floors a dirty, wet mess. Parts of major highways in Toronto were shut down, including the Don Valley Parkway. Many drivers had to abandon their vehicles. Close to 100 millimeters of rain fell at Pearson Airport in 3.5 hours. Sean O'Shea has our top story on the summer storm that caused havoc.
It was no average rainstorm. This is what Toronto drivers saw through their windshields navigating along the lakeshore downtown. So much water, accumulating far too fast for the roadway drainage systems. The city's fire department was called out for one rescue after another. This man had to climb on his car's roof as the water level rose. He couldn't go anywhere until firefighters using a small boat brought him to safety. He wasn't injured, although there are risks.
The challenge is the fact that it is fast-moving water. There's a lot of debris within that water. It's murky, it's dirty. There's hidden dangers underneath that water.
The persistent rain surprised drivers who hadn't expected so much of it. This roadway beside the Don River frequently floods, but not everyone knows that.
So the water here is so deep that we just barely got through with our news vehicles. The people behind us didn't make it, so we're going to go check and see who's in the vehicle right now. It's so deep you can't see the curbs. Can't see anything.
We came upon a couple in a car who misjudged the water level on the road and got stuck.
Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay?
Oh my gosh!
Did you call for help?
Oh my gosh!
You didn't see it coming, did you?
No!
It's grassy.
Oh my gosh!
Hang on. Hang on.
They were terrified. We helped them get out to safety. as the water flowed into their car.
Oh my gosh, this is scary. I am scared. I've never seen this before. Never, never.
You just saw it was heavy rain, right?
I thought it was maybe 4 inches, 5 inches.
They're safe, but the car wasn't going anywhere until the water level subsided. A hard lesson in how quickly conditions can change when rainfall picks up. And for the city of Toronto, questions to be answered, like why the city's Don Valley Parkway was closed in one direction but not the other, leaving drivers stuck for hours.
Toronto is Canada. I said before in another prophecy how Yahuah feels about Canada. Canada is disgusting. Disgustingly wicked. Canadians want to live however they want. Okay? So this is why this is happening. All right? Vancouver. Vancouver is also another city in Canada. It's just in a different province. This is in British Columbia. Now, Yahuah told me, and I'm not going to say her name on this video, but there was a friend that I had when I was in high school. She was actually one of my best friends. And Yahuah told me, let's just say her name is Sky. Sure. Her name is not Sky, but I'm just using Sky, okay? Sky will die here. Sky will lose her life. And what is going to happen to Vancouver is eruption, a shaking, an earthquake. Yahuah is going to destroy Vancouver City. And again, he's been trying to warn them, because if you guys go on YouTube, you can actually see that there has been earthquakes. There was actually just one earthquake in British Columbia. I think it was 4 point something or 5 point something. Okay, so it didn't destroy anything, but it did in fact shake the houses. There was videos of people that have cameras in their homes, and their houses were shaking. The walls were moving like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
This hour in BC, where a moderate 5.1 magnitude earthquake sent homes shaking across BC's south coast.
Never felt an earthquake this strong in my home. I've been living in Vancouver, Metro Vancouver, my entire life, and I've been in this house for, I don't know, 30 years. I've never felt an earthquake like that, ever.
Now, the quake struck around 1:30 p.m. local time and was centered about 26 kilometers northwest of a place called Gibbons. That's across from Bowen Island and not far from Burnaby and Vancouver. Officials confirm there is no tsunami danger expected. Vancouver Fire Rescue Services says it has yet to receive any reports of damage or injuries related to the quake. We are keeping a close eye of all reports coming in from that region.
So Yahuah has been trying to tell Vancouver area, hey, this earthquake thing, it's going to get worse. But they're not taking it like that. They're unable to take it like that because they don't see. They're blinded by this earth. They're unable to understand the message. I'm sure some of them feel it. You know, ever heard of a gut feeling? I feel like that gut feeling that humans have is actually from Yahuah, but we just call it a gut feeling, right? That something is going to happen. Albuquerque, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Albuquerque, I believe that this used to be property of Mexico, just as some other states. Albuquerque, I believe, is in the state of New Mexico. Anyways, this is a city, guys. This is a city in America, okay? And oh, this one is really bad, actually. They're all really bad, but this one, I can't imagine the horror that these people are going to feel. But Albuquerque, if you guys look up a city of Albuquerque, I will even post a picture here. Albuquerque is a very beautiful, beautiful city, okay? But if you look behind Albuquerque, there are mountains. Okay, it's literally like right behind this specific city. And in these mountains, Nephilim are hiding right now as I'm talking. Remember before, I posted a video talking about the Nephilim of old are here. And one day I will be led to explain exactly what the Nephilim are, but there are creatures. I may sound like a crazy person for just listen to what I'm saying, okay? In the book of Revelation, we know that one scripture that talks about that one creature with hair like a woman and feet like this and this body part like that body part and this body part like that body part. I'm actually going to read it. Actually, let's bring the facts before I open my mouth, because I don't want people to say I'm crazy here and I'm just making stuff up. Let's find what I'm talking about, okay? Because me, I'm not let me bring my facts. Hey, let me bring my facts. Let me bring my facts. Nobody's gonna call me crazy today, you guys. Okay, are you guys ready? All right, so this is Revelation 9, okay? And the fifth messenger sounded, and I saw a star fall from the heavens, which had fallen to the earth, and the key to the pit of the deep was given to it. And he opened the pit of the deep, and the smoke went up like a pit. And the smoke went up out of the pit, like the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun was darkened, also the air, because of the smoke of the pit. So this pit is going to be so that it's going to be dark, right? Just because of all the smoke that's going to come out, okay? And out of the smoke, locusts came upon the earth, and authority was given to them as the scorpions of the earth possess authority. And it was said to them that they shall not harm the grass of the earth, or anything green, or any tree, but only those men who do not have the seal of Yahuah upon their foreheads. Do you guys hear that? These scorpions are not going to harm the grass. They're not going to harm anything green or any tree. They're for this. These ones are specifically for humans who don't have the seal of Yahuah on their foreheads. Meaning, what is your forehead? Your brain. Who do not have the understanding of Yahuah. Those are who are still blinded by this earth and don't understand the world that they live in from a spiritual aspect. These people who do not obey Yahuah. Okay? It was given to them that they shall not kill them, but to torture them for 5 months. And their torture was like the torture of a scorpion when it stings a man. Imagine being stung by a scorpion for 5 months continually. For 5 months. And in those days, men shall seek death and shall not find it, and they shall long to die, but death shall flee from them. And the locusts looked like horses prepared for battle, so very fierce. And on their heads were crowns of gold, and their faces were like faces of men, okay? They had hair like woman's hair. Their teeth were like lion's teeth. They had breastplates like the breastplates of iron, so very strong. They're very strong, okay? And the sound of their wings like the sound of chariots of many horses running into battle. And they have tails like scorpions and stings. And in their tails is their authority to harm men 5 months. And they have over them a sovereign, the messenger of the pit of the deep, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in Yahuah he has the name Apollon, which is a fallen angel. This is a fallen angel who will be their messenger. Who will be their sovereign. So who he will say, go, strike them over there, and they will obey. You guys understand? It says that the pit. What is the pit? What is the pit? The pit will be opened. You guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Authority. Yahuah will give authority to this underworld down here. And they will be able to torture men for 5 months. Those who do not have the seal of Yahuah on their foreheads. Okay? So in that same way, what do you think those creatures are that's in the Bible? This is not some fantasy. This is going to happen. Like Yahuah does not ever lie. He never, ever, ever lies. So this is actually going to happen. What is it? What is that have teeth like a lion and a face like a man, but their hair is like the hair of women? And they have a tail like a scorpion, and authority will be given to sting. They're gonna poop. They're gonna slap men with that tail. So in that same way, in Albuquerque, okay, not this specific stream that I'm talking about with the face like a man and the hair like a woman and the teeth like a lion, and they're gonna torture them for 5 months. But Nephilim, okay, giants will be given authority to invade, and they will invade. They're hiding in those mountains, whether you guys want to believe me or not. Soon, you guys will see people from Albuquerque talking about, oh my God, I saw this. Those people that like to go hiking in those mountains. I saw this. They're not even know. The shock that they will have. There's scripture in the Bible that says that men's hearts will fail them. People are going to be having heart attacks from what they're going to see on this earth in these times. You guys, this is not a joke. What time do you guys think we're living in? This is not a game. This is not a game, like, at all. I'm not lying to you guys. Okay? These people in Albuquerque, they're going to feel I feel sorry for them even. Like, they're going to be so scared. Because nobody really prepares. Okay, we've heard about avalanches and volcanoes and floods and earthquakes, okay? But who prepares you to see some weird creature that you've never seen before in your life? And they're going to invade this city of Albuquerque. There's going to be a whirlwind, which is a tornado in Albuquerque as well. So guys, don't go to Albuquerque, man. Don't go to any of these. Do not go to I'm telling you. And we're going to see more of these creatures, these Nephilim, these hybrids, these things that are on the earth. And one day I will, Yah willing, I will be able to finally speak about these things. But this is what's going to happen in Albuquerque. Now we have Kampala. Kampala is a beautiful city in Uganda. Okay? And dang. When I looked up Kampala, because I wanted to be certain, I wasn't sure if it was Uganda or Kenya. I just wanted to be certain that I knew exactly the location of this place. But when I looked up Kampala and I saw a photo, I was looking at a picture like this of Kampala. I don't know how to explain this, guys. When I saw the photo, I heard earthquake! Earthquake! The people of Kampala are going to be shouting, earthquake! Earthquake! Like, the ground is going to shake the way it's going to shake in Vancouver. There's going to be eruption of the earth, okay? There will be shaking. This earthquake in Kampala is going to be very bad. Very bad because there's a lot of witchcraft in that place, from my understanding. There's a lot of witchcraft over there. So yes, you guys, behold that we are living in, I don't even know what word I can use. We are living in times where no school book, no class, no education degree or course or certification has in fact prepared us for such a time. Men of the earth who are living in their lies never, especially them, never would have dreamed that these things would even happen to them. Horrors are coming to the earth. This earth is really going to see who Yahuah is. They're really going to see the Yahuah that they want to rebel against, the Yahuah that they hate. Everything that we do, from the way that we treat people, from the way that we talk to people, the way we live our lives. Are you being a whore? Are you connecting your body to somebody else and you never once got married before? The lifestyle that we are living, we are telling Yahuah we actually don't want him, we don't respect him, we hate him, and we want to live our lives how we do. So people don't realize them doing this, doing the witchcraft, doing the sodomy, being whores, hating your brother, being disrespectful, the violence, everything. People don't understand. You are storing up Yahuah's wrath. And because people just live however they want to do you know how angry Yahuah is? Do you guys know how mad Yahuah is? Do you know how angry Yahuah is? We are headed to very interesting times, to say the least. I said before that 2024 was the last year of normalcy. So this year is gonna get worse. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna lie. Peace. I'm not going to lie. God has a plan for the world. No. This earth is under judgment, you guys. This earth is under Yahuah's wrath. And we should not be scared if we follow Yahuah, if we obey Yahuah. Only those who rebel, those who love this world, those who don't desire righteousness, yeah, be scared. You should be scared. But again, this is not for necessarily the righteous. This is for the wicked. And Yahuah's hand is upon the wicked of this earth. So with that being said, this should not sadden us. Okay? I should say the only aspect of this that is sad is the people that are going to deal with this, because it's a shame. Many of them are going to die. Many of them are going to be terrified. And there's nothing anybody can do because they don't care about righteousness. This is not a joke. Why do you guys think we're on this earth? We have duties. We have responsibilities. Right? This is going to happen. And when it happens, we must esteem Yahuah because he brought forth his word before it happened. Let us who desire righteousness, who desire Yahuah, who desire the way that man has supposed to been living from the beginning, from the time of the garden, let us walk in that. Let us walk in righteousness. Let us obey Yahuah. Let us seek Yahuah wholeheartedly. Let us read his word the way you eat every day, the way you use the washroom every day. Have that same concept for this. That is the same heart you should have towards this, towards praying. May we serve Yahuah wholeheartedly, and not for men to see. Let's not be like the hypocrites who they go on the streets and they say many words. Is that not what Yahushua said? Let's not be like that, but let us go in our rooms and we shut the door by ourselves. That is how we spend our time with Yahuah. So let us not fear, because there's no reason for us to fear unless you at the end of the day, like I always say, at the end of the day, you know. And if you're scared, then you already know what to do. So let us use our time that we have, because soon we will not have time. Soon there will not be time to build your faith up. There will not be time to build your trust in Yahuah up. Now is the time. Now is the time before he does these things. Now is the time. Now. Okay? Yah willing, I will be back when I'm advised to. Okay? I hope everybody, the Shabbat is soon, so I pray everybody has a blessed Shabbat, a beautiful Shabbat. You know, sometimes on the Shabbat I like to go for a walk and I just pray or I'll read. It's very nice. I don't really go on social media on the Shabbat, so I encourage that because it's very nice and very intimate. It's very beautiful. Get to spend some nice time with Yahushua that way. But I will be back, Yah willing. Okay, let us serve Yahuah wholeheartedly, and we will esteem Yahuah when he brings forth his word. Every word that he says. Okay? Thank you everybody who has watched it. I'm sorry if this is too long. Yeah. Goodbye for now. Bye.